Why I finally told my dad I forgive him even though he never apologized. When I told my dad I forgave him, he didn't say a word. He just stared at me the same cold stare that used to make me feel 6 years old again. But for the first time in my life, I didn't flinch. Because this time, the forgiveness wasn't for him. It was for me. Growing up in a small Ohio town, my dad was the kind of man everyone respected and feared a little. He was a firefighter, always the first to run into danger, the kind of guy people called a hero. But at home, he was something else. His temper filled every room faster than smoke from a burning house. He never hit me, but words can leave bruises too. You're too sensitive. Stop crying. You'll never make it if you keep acting weak. I remember one night when I was 12, I'd gotten a B on a math test. He ripped the paper in half and said, "You can do better. Don't embarrass me." I spent years trying not to embarrass him. When I left for college, I promised myself I'd never go back. But life has a way of circling back to the places you swore you'd escape. A few years ago, my mom called to tell me he'd had a mild stroke. "He's fine," she said, "but he's different now." I drove home that weekend. Seeing him in that hospital bed, smaller, quieter, fragile, didn't make me feel vindicated. It just made me feel tired. The man who once shouted orders at everyone now needed help opening a bottle of water. We didn't talk much. He asked about my job. I told him I was doing well, even though I wasn't. Then he said something I didn't expect. "You turned out all right." It was the closest thing to a compliment he'd ever given me, but not an apology, not even close. After that visit, I went home angry. Angry that he still had power over me. Angry that I still wanted his approval. I talked to my therapist about it, and she said something that stuck with me. Forgiveness isn't saying what they did was okay. It's saying you're done letting it control you. For months, I sat with that. I replayed every memory, the silence at the dinner table, the slammed doors, the years of trying to be good enough. And one morning, I woke up and realized I didn't want to carry it anymore. So I drove back to my parents' house. He was sitting on the porch, same old flannel shirt, coffee in hand. "Hey, kid," he said. "Hey," I replied. I sat down next to him. My heart was pounding, but my voice came out steady. "Dad, I just wanted to tell you, I forgive you." He froze. No smirk, no laugh, no smart remark. Just silence. Then he nodded slightly, eyes fixed on the horizon. I don't know if he even understood what it took for me to say those words, but it didn't matter, because I did. We sat there for a while, neither of us saying anything. The sun was setting behind the trees, and for the first time in decades, it felt peaceful. I didn't get the movie moment I used to imagine, no apology, no tears, no sudden bond. But I walked away lighter. Forgiveness didn't fix him. It freed me. Now, whenever someone asks how I finally let go of all that resentment, I tell them the truth. You don't wait for the other person to change. You don't wait for the apology that might never come. You just decide that your healing matters more than your hurt. And sometimes, that's enough.